What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to a rambling video, which is something I do occasionally every other week or so, whenever I really feel like it, where I just kind of sit back and talk about what's going on in my life, and not really anything to do with video games or anything like that, but I made a couple of tech improvements that I thought were pretty cool, and I thought I'd share with you guys, and we would just talk for a bit, so this might not be your kind of thing. I have uploaded some previous videos in the last couple of days, so you can go check those out. Feel free to leave this video if you're not interested in my life or anything at all whatsoever, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into that kind of thing. So, over the last couple of days, I have been working a good bit. For instance, let's just go ahead and run through the weekend. Saturday, I was, I opened on Saturday, and then I went for a run in which I fell and scraped my leg and stuff. That's a story for another day. And then my friend actually called out of work, so I went in to go fill in for him. So I ended up opening on Saturday morning and closing Saturday night. Now, Sunday morning, I didn't have to work, but I did close Sunday night, and then I opened on Monday morning. So pretty much within the course of the 3 days of the weekend, I probably got, I would guess, around 18 or 20 hours if I had to guesstimate. Probably like 6 hours on Sunday, and then, yeah, probably about 20 hours or so. Maybe a little bit more than that, but that's a pretty good amount for a standard weekend. You know, that's a fair amount of work. And, then thankfully I was off on Tuesday, but I am opening. Whenever this video goes live, I will actually be working at Starbucks as soon as the video hits the interwaves, or whatever you prefer to call them. But I have been doing that for the past couple of weekends now, and then I'm getting even more hours this weekend because there's another store a couple of miles down the road that really needs somebody to fill in for somebody that's on vacation, so I am picking up a couple of extra hours. So it'll definitely be a interesting weekend full of money and activities and coffee, which I'm definitely looking forward to. But with all of this influx of income and the fact that I've been saving money over the past couple of months, like really intensely saving money, I thought that it was time to go ahead and upgrade a couple of things. And I'm not going all out. Like, by no means am I spending hundreds of dollars here. But what I did do is I purchased myself an iPad. You might have seen it in this week's edition of The Drop if you do watch all of my videos. I will link that video down below, but this is the 4th generation iPad. This is not the fancy new iPad Air or anything like that, or the iPad Air 2, or even a newer one that's probably going to be announced on March 18th that's rumored. This rather is one that I bought from GameStop.com. So what actually ended up happening is that I started clicking on my mouse there and it got all jacked up. But I traded in a new Nintendo 3DS, a couple of games for that, some other stuff for the PlayStation 4. Ultimately, I traded in a whole bunch of stuff and I got $127, which at the end of the day was still a complete ripoff, but it was, you know, at least 3 digits, so I was fine with it. I was just like, you know, okay, whatever. And so I had this $127 credit sitting there, and normally I purchase brand new games on the PC. If I were to play like Far Cry Primal or something like that, I would definitely buy it on the PC, just because I could probably find it on like Green Man Gaming or G2A for $20 to $30 cheaper than the list price value. So I had all of this money that I didn't know what to do with, and I went on the Reddit, as I normally do, and I saw that they had these iPads down to $209 for a 16GB Generation 4 iPad, which is still getting brand new updates. You know, it's still getting all the standard software upgrades and whatnot. And so I applied that $127 to that, and I ended up getting this iPad for, I think, with literally, I paid 1 day shipping. I got this thing, I ordered it on a Tuesday, it came on a Wednesday morning. I ended up getting it for about $84 or $85, something around there, and it's worked so well. I use it for pretty much everything. I didn't even take my laptop to school this morning. I took notes on this thing. I did research on my iPad. Ultimately, it's a great little piece of technology, and I'm really glad that I got it. It's great for YouTube videos whenever I'm reading scripts and whatnot. Of course, you might have seen me using a tablet before, but that was a Kindle Fire, and although it did have a good many apps on it, it didn't have a YouTube app like for itself. It had an okay mail app, but the Amazon App Store is kind of suffering from the same kind of thing that the Microsoft App Store is suffering from. It's just not where it needs to be in terms of quality and quantity. You know, like, there are just some standard Google apps that I cling to every single day whenever I wake up, and they aren't available on the Amazon Kindle App Store. So it was never truly fulfilling whenever I was on the Kindle Fire. And so I went ahead and dished out a little bit of money, and I got this iPad, which I am definitely using a lot. And of course, I bought this case for it. I think the case was $10, and that was big purchase number 1. So this was probably all in all, probably about $130 or so. Next, I purchased this. Now this is a boom mic stand, and I obviously, as you can see, the mic is not on the stand right now, but this is actually going to be the new setup for videos, and I'm not going to have it right here at my face. I'm probably going to have it maybe about right here or so, but I thought it was time to go ahead and do some upgrades as far as that goes. But I've had it on this stand for probably about a year now. Last February or so, I was using a, let's see, what was I using before this? I think it was a Samson mic. Something along those lines, and it went out on me. The entire thing just stopped working. No, I was using a blue snowball. That's what it was. I was using a blue snowball, and the entire thing went out on me. Like, it just wouldn't work. The USB cable became unusable, and so I just kind of, in a last-minute rush, went out to, I think it was Sam Ash, and I purchased this Blue Spark Digital, which is something that it's kind of like the Blue Spark regular mic, but it doesn't have an XLR input, if any of you know what that means. Obviously, you probably do. You're not idiots. But, it plugs directly into the computer, and so it's great for what I need it to do, and it has performed very well up until this point. And I thought that I would go ahead and give it a little upgrade. So unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to buy the shock mount, so I got everything except the shock mount, and then I just literally ordered the shock mount. Did one-day shipping again with a total of $15. This itself was $15. I had this previously, so all in all, we're looking at probably about $30 for this new little stand I've got here, and I think that it's really going to improve the quality of the audio of my videos because I can get the mic a lot closer to my mouth right now whenever it is on this thing, and so with this distance I am losing a good bit. So instead of having my mouth right here and having to turn up the gain so much, I can definitely turn down the gain, get a better quality of audio, and ultimately I think it's going to work out for the long run a lot better than just having it on this stand, and I think it's going to improve the quality tenfold, especially on Twitch stream. So I'm pretty excited about that. As far as games that I've been playing, I got some free stuff on Steam. I've been playing a lot of Binary Domain, which came out in 2012. It's a very interesting game. The people that are in it, some of them are robots that literally think they're humans and start to lose their minds whenever they realize what they are. It's pretty much, imagine if I was a robot or you yourself were a robot and you don't know who is who and, you know, what is machine, what is human, and then you have to fight these kind of humanoid robots. It's a very interesting game, and like I said, I got it for free. And I got a couple of other things for free. I'm getting ready to start playing Call of War as Gunslinger, but I've just been kind of going through my Steam library and playing what I feel like playing. And also, I've been playing a good bit of Halo 5 Guardians, because that's some fun freaking multiplayer. But that's about all I've been playing. Like I said, I've been really busy with work, I've been really busy with school, somewhat, and then of course I've been working on YouTube stuff and other little projects that I have people pay me to do. I've been working on a good bit. But other than that, life has been awesome. I'm really excited to be busy again. I'm really excited to, you know, be making my way through the second semester of college, trying to figure out if I want to do summer classes or not. I'm kind of leaning towards the not, just because I feel like I want to have a little bit of time off. If I do want to go on vacation, I can choose to do that. If I do want to stream regularly, I can do that and then go to work instead of having to go to school, go to work, and then stream whenever I get home. That's a really painful kind of schedule to be on. But everything is going extremely well, and it's awesome to have an iPad. It's awesome to have this stuff, and I'm very thankful that I'm in the position that I am in college to where I can afford these nice things. And not that I'm being boastful or anything like that. It's just that I like to share whenever I get something cool, just because I feel like you guys like hearing about the things that I buy, and you're here for me if you actually stayed and watched this video for this long. And I do love each and every one of you that stay and just kind of hang out with me and listen to me talk, and have conversations in the comments. You know, I'm getting a lot of awesome people here on the channel that genuinely care, not only about my quality of content and my voice and my the kind of reporting that I do, but also the fact that you're here for me, and that's really great. But hope all of you guys are doing very well. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments section below. What's going on in your life? If you bought an iPad, if you've ever played with an iPad, or you don't want one at all. If you like the new mic setup, you'll have to let me know. We'll do an audio comparison in one of the videos, or you can obviously tell whenever I upload something, obviously. But the next video that I make is definitely going to have this new audio interface kind of in the spotlight, so we'll have to see how it goes. But until then, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'm going to go work on some schoolwork and watch a Twitch stream, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.